Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode today. And I'm here to talk to you today about something that is, for me, like I'm an analytical person when it comes to research, understanding topics, and just life. So, relationships, connection, and love, for me, it's such a broad topic. Like, there's so many parts and bits and pieces to it. So, I haven't decided yet how much I want to, like, how deep I want to dive into this. I had, some these big ideas, and I don't know. I'm not sure how much you guys really are interested. So I'm just going to kind of give you a generalized summary today, sort of where I'm going with this. Okay. I work with a very diverse team from all over the world and different age groups. And a lot of times topics come up about relationships, and a lot of people that are a lot of people are single, or they're not really in relationships, or they're exploring relationships, but they want to have a family and get married, and this idealized they have this idealized version of what love is, and relate in relationships, and meaningful connections, lifetime connections, and I guess, like, if you were to ask me when I was younger, when I was like in my late teens or just early 20s, I have a very, very different perception and view and perspective of what love is now versus way back then. And that is I guess that's the key right now is understanding what how to love yourself. Like, what kind of relationship do you have with yourself? Nurturing the time alone to explore what brings you joy. What are the things that what are the things that you can fall into a flow with, where you lose track of time? What are the things that can shift your mood quickly on the upside? So maybe you're feeling down, but like, knowing yourself and knowing what things you can do that can bring you back up, like bring your mood back up. So I guess just to kind of backtrack a little bit, whenever I have these some great talks and some great conversations with all these with friends or with colleagues over coffee or lunch and that type of thing, and I always come back to, like, in my experience, what I've learned over the years, and my perception has changed dramatically, but because of my experiences and my upbringing, like, the people that I saw in my world, my family, my parents, how they were in their connection with each other, all of those experiences are going to be different for each of us, and that is what is going to shape our definition of love. So are we talking about love, true love? Suddenly I want to go from, it's not just me anymore, but it's we, the somebody wanting to spend your life with, so there's a lot of emotions that go with that. But I think the key thing is that when you look ahead and you say, hey, I can't imagine living a day without having this person in my life, then that's a game changer for people. So what I always come back to is when I have a lot of talks and conversations, and I know people that are single, and they want to settle down, they want to find their person, they want to have kids, and all the things they want, right? Everybody wants different things, but at the end of the day, I always go back to how well do they know themselves? How much time are they spending on exploring and learning about who they are? And I always go back to that, and I will say, you can ask me today, tomorrow, or in 10 years, I will always say to you, the time that you spend on yourself, learning and nurturing and understanding who you are and what makes you what makes you who you are is always time well spent. It's never, that time is you're nurturing yourself. It's self-care, it's self-love. And we throw these words around a lot of the times, and most people don't really know what they mean. But spending time on yourself and understanding who you are is going to lead you to the people that are meant to be in your life. The better you understand yourself and what makes you happy and what adds joy and fun to your day, practicing gratitude and grateful appreciation for the basic things, the things that you get to enjoy on a day-to-day basis, that is the foundation of everything. And a lot of times, I guess, or what I see and hear is that we don't spend enough time exploring who each other is before we get into relationships with other people and making commitments and, promises that end up getting broken, and feelings get hurt, and we kind of go down that slippery slope, right? And there's nothing that's perfect. There is no perfect solution here too, because we are human beings, and the human condition enables us and forces us to feel things, to feel emotions, and perception is always going to play the biggest part in all of this. And perception is always going to be based on what we learned when we were kids growing up, what we learned from our parents and the people that were close to us, what we were exposed to in school, our communities, and so on. So all of that to say that my message today is for all of you out there that you're trying to find your person, and take the time now to invest in yourself. I posted something in a group chat earlier this week. I was very inspired after I listened to a live talk, very interactive live talk on Insight Timer, my favorite meditation app. And I have to just bring it up real quick. So I put a statement, and because there was a lot of people talking about relationships, and they were very disappointed and upset. And I just put that I don't chase, I attract. What is meant for me will find me. And I put that statement in there, and I just said, live your life as close as you can to not having expectations of anyone. And I put in brackets, it's not easy, but it's vital to your health and well-being. And then I said, you'll always meet yourself at the end in the best way possible. So I had a lot of people comment on that, and they wanted me to expand. So I went back and I did write more. I did expand on that. And, I think that I gave you guys a pretty good fulsome exploration of that today. But I think that in closing, what I want to say is, don't chase people, okay? Be yourself, do your own thing, work hard on yourself, do the work, understand what shapes you as a person, get rid of the things that aren't serving you, that don't fill you up with joy and happiness and make your heart flutter and feel warmth. The right people, the ones who really belong in your life, will come and they will stay. So it's a trust process. It's trusting yourself. It's learning to trust your instincts and trust in what is meant for you will find you. And I think that loving yourself and nurturing the relationship with yourself is the key, and everything else will fall into place after that. I had somebody kind of give a little pushback and say, well, that's a big statement. I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will find me. And I said, basically they're trying to just sort of be devil's advocate, which I love. And, just kind of said, some people are going to attract, the opposite of what they want. And there was a little paragraph about that, and I my response, I read to you part of it here today, but it's really just, if you are focused on if you're living in gratitude, you're nurturing your relationship with yourself, your exploration of you and how you're feeling, and allowing yourself to feel those feelings and emotions, let them pass, move forward, you will attract the same thing. If you can learn to love yourself for all of yourself, your shadows, the parts of you that frustrate you and you want to change, but you can't because you're a human. You're not perfect. You're never going to be a robot and be perfect. So embracing all of your good and bad pieces, parts of you that make you up as a human being, as a person, as whoever you are, whatever you're, for me, my name is Natasha. So who is Natasha, right? So me accepting myself the way I am and, trying to always bring my best self, I will attract people that are like that. And the ones that are not, if they're ill intent, I'm gonna trust my gut, and I'm gonna know that. And then I probably won't let those people in, just like you, right? So anyway, all of that to say that relationships, love, connection is amazing. One of my favorite topics, and I could go forever, but I see I'm at 11 minutes, so I'm gonna say bye for now, and more to come for sure. Tell me if there's something more specific you want me to explore in my next episodes. I'd love to get your feedback. So thanks for watching today, and I'll see you soon, everyone.